Welcome back to Cadet Connection. I'm Jason Gray, and I'm here today with Robert Henning, the director of the Rockpile Museum. And what's going on in January?
Yes, new year,
Yeah.
new programs, lots of fun events. The first one is right away, January 5th.
Okay.
We are hosting the Basque band OSPA from Buffalo.
Okay.
They are doing a tour of Wyoming funded by the Wyoming Cultural Trust Fund and Worlds of Music. And we are the first stop on the tour.
Oh.
So very excited. January 5th is the first chance you'll get to hear OSPA. They are touring, doing Basque community dance music
Sure.
and songs and poems of the 19th century Basque troubadour Jose Maria Ipiraguirre. I hope I said that right, Ipiraguirre. A very famous poet and musician. He wrote The Tree of Guernica,
Okay.
and it's just recently been translated for the first time into English
Oh.
by a couple of gentlemen. One is the well-known David Rompvet from Buffalo.
Okay.
He is a Basque linguist, historian, taught at the university for a long time. And so he's in this band, OSPA, and they're going to come and perform traditional music as well as some of the Tree of Guernica. So it's very exciting.
All right.
January 5th, 7:30 p.m.
At the Rockpile.
at the Rockpile Museum. Yep.
Okay.
So we're going to squeeze as many people into our back room as the fire marshal will allow.
Okay.
Because I think this might be a fairly popular concert. And we're not going to charge.
Okay.
We want everybody to have a chance to come and experience this culture, this music. So we're going to ask a suggested donation of $5. You don't have to if you can't afford that, or don't have it on you at the time, no big deal. We just want you to come and enjoy the music, enjoy the poems, even maybe dance a little bit. So please come out, again, January 5th, 7:30 p.m., OSPA, the Basque band from Buffalo.
Okay. And what else is going on in January?
Yes, so we had our first family day
Sure.
for Christmas crafts.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great success. The January Family Day, Winter Family Day series is going to be about board games and games.
Okay.
And so we've got some very specific Gillette and Wyoming board games that we're going to play, as well as some more widely known board games. We're going to do Gillette-alopoly, like Monopoly, but it's Gillette themed.
Sure.
That you can find in stores now, Walmart, Walgreens, things like that. You can do checkers. We're going to have Tiddlywinks, Yahtzee, some of those classics. But we're also going to play the Gillette generic game,
Okay.
which was released in 1984 by a local publishing company. And I don't know a ton of the history, but I brought the board. It's got local businesses on there. So if you grew up here in the 80s, you might remember some of these businesses.
Okay.
Of course, I'm not from here, so I don't remember most of them, but what do we got? Powder Basin Small Engine Service, the Cameraman, Star Printing and Supply, remember that, Gillette Radio Telephone, Contractors Carpet, Lee's Super Secretaries, Niceties Caramel Corn, Cliff's Barber Shop, owned by Cliff Clark, Ken's Glass Shop. So some of those little local businesses that maybe you haven't heard the name in a long time, but
Sure.
let's flip it over and see what else. Western Chiropractic, Bethlehem Community Church, Aloe Vera Warehouse. There we go.
Gosh.
That's for the summertime.
Mm-hmm.
Marquee Jewelers, Duke's Welding. I'm not sure if any of these are still open, which is amazing. What else we got? Top Realty, Hillcrest Auto Body Shop, they're open.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Corner Drug was still open at the time.
World of Travel, that's still over by, isn't it?
I think that maybe that still is. So just a few of these are still open. But it is a Monopoly style game where you have pieces and you get points for moving around and checking off the different businesses. So we've got the rules, the original rules from 1984. So we can certainly go over those on the 14th.
Gosh.
So this is this is our second copy of this game. We have one in our permanent collection that
sure.
we're going to keep nice and for history. This is one we're going to play with, and it'll probably be damaged and whatnot. But so Gillette generic game. We also have one that was locally created called Wyoming Quest. It was done by school teachers to use in the schools to help teach Wyoming and local history. I really like the box. Wyoming Quest, a game of Wyoming history and geography.
Oh.
So I do need to give a shout out to the people who made it. Let me find their names here. Gail Cruz, Norman Grams, Priscilla Hedges, and Diana Weil were all teachers in Campbell County elementary schools and put this game together. So,
and what year did they?
This is 1989, it says here on the
1989.
resource book. Yeah.
Gosh.
So, and it's got a canvas board. This is quite rare. In fact, this one's on loan to us. So here, I'll let you hold that side. But I'd love to find a copy. So if anybody has a copy they'd like to donate to us, let us know. But interested to play this.
Yeah.
So learn a little bit about Wyoming through games. So yeah, so we're going to have a lot of fun. That is January 14th. It's a Saturday.
Okay.
It is not like the traditional reservation family day.
Sure.
This one is an open house, so we will have as many games available for as many people as we can squeeze in there. So bring your kids, grandkids, play some board games on a cold January day and have some fun. So it starts at 10 a.m. and we'll play games for a few hours.
Okay. All right. And
Yeah.
then I think you mentioned like a history of Gillette type program.
Yes, we actually have a special guest from Sheridan, Jessica Knight Salzman, the collections manager at Museum of the Bighorns,
Okay.
is going to talk about Edward Gillette.
Edward Gillette.
And so the obvious question is, why is someone from Sheridan teaching us about Edward Gillette? Shouldn't you do that, Robert? Right? No. Edward Gillette never lived here.
Oh.
He spent most of his life after he surveyed the railroad in Sheridan. He married a Sheridan woman, Hallie Coffeen, and settled down there. That's where they lived the rest of their days when he wasn't working in Cheyenne or D.C. or somewhere. But so Jessica has done some great research on him, and she did a presentation for their History After Dark series up there in Sheridan. And we've invited her to come on January 26th at 7 p.m. to tell us about her research, what she's learned about Mr. Gillette, and be able to answer your questions, maybe a little bit about his history with the railroad and his history in this part of Wyoming. So again, January 26th, 7 p.m., that will be a free event as well.
Okay. And is there anything else for January?
Yeah, we'll have a new exhibit up.
Okay.
Still working with the photographer on the exact details and times that we'll have this open.
So it's a surprise exhibit.
Yeah, it is kind of a surprise.
All right.
Photographer, I can tell you a little bit about it. Photographer Alan Nash, he is a railroad engineer with the Union Pacific.
Okay.
And he takes really interesting photos from his vantage point on the rails. And so I just wanted to, during the winter time when we have some extra wall space, share a few of his photos and kind of shows the Powder River Basin from a different perspective. So we're going to have, I believe, 36 of his photos up on display. And so we're working with him right now. He's been kind of busy for various reasons that railroad folks have been busy lately and working many shifts and doing that kind of great work for us, getting everything we need either in or out of the basin. But he'll be up at some point to do an official opening as well and tell us about, his life with the railroad and why he likes taking photos and all of that. So, but that should be up actually by the 5th for the concert.
Oh, okay.
So it'll be a soft opening to begin with, and then when he's available to come up, we'll get him up. We'll announce that kind of exhibit opening.
Okay.
So-
And where should people look if they want to see that sort of Rockpile announcement?
Yes, our website, rockpilemuseum.com, or go to our social media, Facebook or Instagram, and that's just /Rockpile Museum on both of those, or throw in hashtag Rockpile Museum, should find our posts. So you can always stop by the museum, 900 West 2nd Street, or give us a call, 307-682-5723.
All right, perfect. And is there anything else for January?
No, just stay tuned. There's always things that pop up that we can't announce as quickly as we would like, but we try to offer an opportunity to the community when we have it. So stay on our website, stay on social media, or join the Rockpile Museum Association. That's a great way to stay in touch with what we're doing.
All right. Well, thank you very much for coming.
Thanks, Jason.